Oh, wow, a person, another person. Well, the page. Oh, there we go. Birthday cake. Hell yeah, it's blue. Hello, welcome back. I found a way to make the page whole. Like your soul in a minute. Not for long. This is part 3 from my knowledge. This chapter 1, psychology in your life. Grab your textbooks, grab that friend's ass, and let's get on going, shall we? Yes, I am back from the fucking dead. Let's begin. You can use psychological principles to improve your study habits, your learning, and your academic performance. Page 6. Introductory. It's like Introduction to Psychology, the most useful course you will take. Big questions, people. Why is psychology important in your life? Or demand answers. Oh, I just scared my bird. I am so sorry. Baby, oh my goodness. Come here. I am so sorry. I scared both my birds. Why? What key principles? Why key principles guide psychology today? That's a very good question. That's English. That's a very good answer, baby. I love you, too. How do you benefit from psychological research? Why did you sign up for introductory psychology? Over 1 million students take introductory psychology every year. Bailey, 2019. And they have different reasons for doing so. Maybe you, like many students, plan to become a psychologist or to use psychology in a career such as business, medicine, or law. For me, I'm just art. That's my answer. Or you may be taking this course because it is required for a program in the health professions, education, or criminal justice. Or perhaps you enrolled in this class due to personal interest. For example, you understand mental health and wellness issues. Yeah! Whatever your reason for taking this course, study... this needs an accent. Do we do Peter? Do we do Lois? Whatever your reasons for... No, I can't. Okay. Whatever your reasons for taking this course, the study of psychology is extremely relevant in your life. Even a situation as simple as talking with a friend or a coffee shop is filled with psychological events. Tasting your coffee. Not tasking you with your coffee. Jesus fucking Christ. Listening to the conversation like the one I'm having in the ether. Thinking about what to say. Penis. Feeling happy with a companionship. Michael, my boy. And reaching out to your coffee cup are all examples and events that required psychological processing. Yes, because I'm going to reach out to my coffee. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, is this coffee? No, this is a coffee bean, and this is a telephone. Oh, great. Yeah, something psychological processing. See photos above. When you study psychology, you learn about yourself. Who is your past life? And other people from many different viewpoints, including how your brain and thoughts work. Ooh, have you changed over time? Have your relationships... How your relationships develop, how your personality traits affect your life, and how you can maximize your mental health and physical well-being. Let me reread that. I thought that was going with something. I'm starting in the bold. When you study psychology, you learn about yourself and other people from many different viewpoints, including how your brain functions and thoughts work. Work, 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 work. How do you change over time? How your relationships develop? How your personality traits affect your life? And how you can maximize your mental health and physical well-being. By learning about psychology from many perspectives, you will begin to know yourself better, which will help you study more effectively, improve your health, and get ahead of your job. In addition, you will learn to work better. English. You will learn to lurk better. You will learn to lurk better. You will learn to work better with your family, friends, classmates, and co-workers. I'm going to lose my voice at the end of this series. Good God. Overall, psychology is like the most... Overall, psychology is likely the most useful class you will take in college. Heck yeah. Why is psychology important in your life? How can you see the colors on this page, or any colors at all? My eye nuts. This is better. Is it better to study by regurgitating, rereading material, or by answering practice questions? Why did some people accept wearing face masks in public to avoid the spread of the novel coronavirus, and others did not? All of these questions relate to psychological principles. As you read this book, you will learn about all these principles and psychological science and more. But what exactly is psychological science? Where can I continue? Thank you. Next. 1.1 Psychology is a science that helps you understand your mental activity, behavior, and brain processes. Learning goal. Describe 3 critical aspects of psychology. Your mom. Hold on. Critical aspects of psychology. What would be a critical aspect? Let's find out. You may think that you understand how you see colors, know the best way to study, and understand why people do or do not wear face masks. However, cowboy voice, engage. Your own thoughts on these topics are very personal or subjective. That is, they apply to you. But to gain scientific insight, this is not a cowboy voice, into these and many other topics, you may need to take an objective or impersonal approach that applies to many people. Psychology helps us Psychology helps us achieve this goal because it is the scientific study of mental activity and behavior. I am a living example of a psychological mess, which depends on processing in the brain. Let's look more closely to 3 aspects of psychology. Kawaii cringe voice, engage. Psychology invests mental activity and behavior. Oh, God, yeah, this material, if it isn't sticking before, it's sticking now. Nobody is going to sleep on my watch. To understand psychology, studies mental activity. Oh, God, let me reread slower. To understand how psychology studies mental activity, including thoughts, feelings, as well as behavior. Let's consider an example. Imagine that you are hungry and go to the popular fast food restaurant like WickDonald's. John WickDonald's. Yeah, John WickDonald's. Where am I? You walk into the door and see calories. Information next to each menu. Menu item. Mad scientist, engage. I can't. You think to yourself, knowing the calories in the food may help people make healthier choices, me included. But then you say to yourself, to the ether, knowing the calories in the food may help people make healthier choices. But then it also depends on how hard the craving is. This experience depends on how you process brain. English, how you process brain. Depends on how you process the situation and react fast. You take this information and your surroundings to see the menu. You also think about and interpret that information. In this case, you believe that it is a great idea to include the calorie information on the menu. You also may experience the feeling of being pleased that you made to make a healthier food choice. In English, that you get to make a healthier food choice. You then act in a certain way as a result of how you processed all this information. Yeah, people are definitely reacting a certain way to how I'm talking. No! Good God, no! In this case, you order a healthier food item from the menu. The field of psychology acknowledges... Oh, fuck, okay, hold on. The field of psychology acknowledges the importance of brain processes. Why are you able to see the menu? Think about the impact of including the calorie information. Feel pleased about knowing which items are healthier. And then order a lower calorie meal. Your brain is responsible for the mental activity and all of your behaviors. In case you didn't know. Just laying that flat out there. I know it's such a hard thing to understand, but yeah, your brain is responsible for your mental activity and all of your brain processes. I'm sorry. I think your brain is adopted. No! No! Here. It allows you to taste delicious food. Read this sentence, dance to music, and recognize when a friend is feeling blue. In recent years, brain imaging technologies have provided great insight into how the brain allows you to think about the world, feel a variety of emotions, and respond appropriately. Psychology is a science, and I am. What even is this video? Psychology is a science that systematically investigates and measures thoughts, feelings, behavior, and the brainicles, okay, in the brain process. Conducting psychological research using an objective, evidence-based approach called empiricism. Empiricism. Sound out the word, Lou. Empiricism, imperial, and the imperial march. Hold on, what the fuck even is this? Create a note. Hold on. I probably should not be putting this in my notes. Well, where am I? No, go back! Thank you. Where am I? Where am I? What's going on? Where am I? Wait, what's going on? Previous? Fuck. Okay. What's going on? Where was I? Oh my gosh. Copy. Right. No. Okay. Welcome to psychology. Am I here? Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Psychology in your life, chapter 1, September, chapter 1. Go through here, go through here, go through. Oh, we are in the. We're going. Hold on. How can you just see the? I feel like I missed something. We were on that weird ass. Where was I? Where was I? See photo. Okay. Half my material is missing. I have never been to this. Huh. Well, I guess. Next page, please. Thank you. Okay, we're going to be here now. There are activities to complete in this section. Status incomplete. The red one says 1.1. Psychology is a science that helps you understand your mental activity, behavior, and brain processes. Learning goal. Describe the 3 critical aspects of psychology. Oh, we read this already. Psychology investigates mental activity and behavior. To understand how psychology studies mental activity, including thoughts, feelings, as well as behavior, let's consider an example. Imagine that you're hungry and go for a popular fast food restaurant called Whack-Donald's. John Whack-Donald's. Let's go back over here. There's the fucking weird word. There we go. We learned something new, and we now know how to get back to, whatever it looks like the word mycelium. No. Where am I again? There we go. After this weird-ass word, let's look up the definition. Okay. No! I will look at this word fucking later. See? 717, make a wish mirror number. So, yeah, this is the word. An evidence-based approach gaining knowledge by conducting research that systematically investigates, measures phenomena of interest, as English, systematically investigates and measures phenomena of interest. So you cannot use mycelium to investigate your research in that forbidden tab that you don't share with your parents, guys. You really do not want to do that. Keep your furry porn to yourself. For the love of all things holy, do not use mycelium either in porn. This approach lets psychologists gain insight to the mental activity and behavior of many people, not just one person. Although you may think that the people order healthier meals when the calories are included on the fast food menu, your personal thoughts may not be supported by scientific research. I am not supported by scientific research. I exist against scientific will. Anyways, for example, one 4-year study investigated whether the addition of calorie information to McDonald's menus in northeastern regions of the United States was associated with changes in food purchased. I'm going to butcher these. Ramirez et al. Period, comma, 2019, figure 1.1. The researchers surveyed repeated customers and examined the food recipes both before and after calorie counting were added to the menu. The researchers found no long-term reduction in the calories of food bought at the McDonald's restaurants compared to similar restaurants that did not display calorie information on their menus. This results suggested that including calorie information on menus may not change customers' food purchasing habits as fast food restaurants. Interesting. I would like to eat that. If only they sold those. It's so strange. Every time I order one of these, they never give me one. They give me like this weird cheap knockoff. It's almost like McDonald's is fake. How unfortunate. Boo-hoo. I'm gonna cry myself a river. Figure 1.1. Psychology is a science that investigates mental activity and behavior. Wow! Okay, let's keep going. Oh, my voice is going to die at the end of this semester. I apologize, guys. That's going to be funny as hell when it does. Psychology uses an empirical approach to conducting research on how humans and other animals think. I almost said twerk. Feel and act. For example, you may think that the customers make healthier food choices when fast food menus include calorie information. However, psychological researchers reveal that this is not the case. But the fuck is that word? Empirical research, thank you. Does empirical research provide a subjective way or an objective way to understand psychological processes for answers to bold-faced questions that accompanying figures? See Appendix B. See my second appendix, guys. You have to cut me open and see that second appendix. It might have a little label. It's gonna be labeled B! See my second appendix and fuck off! In the case that psychological science has improved empirical research that may contradict your original assumption. I'm gonna restart. In this case, psychological science has improved empirical research that may contradict your original assumption. Although this one research study is not conclusive, other studies have found similar results. Seeing calorie information on fast food menus is not related to long-term changes in food purchases at those restaurants. Cantu Jungles, 8-year-old comment, 2017. Petamir Zhang, ETL, 2019. I'm sorry I butchered your names. More research is needed to explain why people respond to menus information as they do to help them make healthier choices about their food purchases. Now you have a sense. Now that you have a sense of psychology, how psychology relates to every aspect of how your brain lets you think, feel, and act. Let's explore how learning about psychology can help you study and learn better. I'm going to need a different approach from this one. Learning goal, check and review. Here, I'm going to ask y'all a question, and you're going to answer it, because I ain't going to give you the answers. Which of the following does not correctly describe one of the three aspects of psychology? Select an answer. A, psychology investigates people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. B, psychology is subjective because it investigates people's experiences. C, psychology investigates how brain processes make thoughts, feelings, behaviors possible. D, psychology investigates, measures thoughts, feelings, behavior, and the brain processes using an evidence-based approach. And when you're, if anything you've learned today, and if you have no idea what one to pick, when in doubt, pick C. That's usually what it goes. But you'll have to really get this information before you make a proper decision. Because maybe I confused the fuck out of you, or maybe I accidentally gave you the answer. I don't know. I'm just telling you what my mom tells me. So, hey, let's